So my name is Rose Kwiatkowski. I am a third-year student in the program. I will be graduating December 2023, and I have been the SGA president for 3 years.
Awesome. And so why did you choose physical therapy as a career path?
So I didn't get into physical therapy like most people. A lot of times I think people who get into the physical therapy program have had physical therapy. Well, I was fortunate that I was not the one being injured. It was my brother. So I got to experience it firsthand through him and just watching him interact with the therapists and how they took care of him and they actually cared about the patients. I was like, this is actually pretty cool. So I decided to start shadowing, and I spent some time there, and I decided, you know what, this is pretty cool. I really enjoyed being able to watch the people, being able to spend time with people as an aide, getting to learn about them, and just helping them to get better and decrease their pain or improve their function and just help them to live their life better than they were able to before.
Okay. And so what's been your favorite class along your 3-year journey so far?
Oh, my favorite class, I think, has had to be anything to do with neuro. So I really have enjoyed the neuro process here at school, which I didn't know that I would, because that wasn't really something that I had a lot of experience in. Coming from my hometown, we don't really have a lot of neuro stuff. So, but when I got into it, I was like, this is amazing. I love the brain. It's so cool to just look behind the scenes and how it functions and how it just controls everything the body does. So being able to do that for really a whole year through the program has been amazing to me.
Okay, and so have you had, what would you say is your biggest aha moment so far in your whole PT journey?
So I would say that just kind of like aha, but it's almost always there, is that we see people when we're not in therapy and we see them out walking in Walmart. And you can see that maybe they're walking a little funny and you're like, I wonder what's going on with that person. But then when you get into therapy and you actually get to sit down with that person and talk to them and be like, okay, give me your background. Let me learn about you. So I found that a lot of times patients are like books. It's a cliche, but it says you don't judge a book by its cover. And so that's so true, because when a person comes in and you see them on the surface, maybe that's not exactly what's going on behind the surface. So getting able to deep down dive into that person's life and what makes them who they are, how they end up being, even coming to therapy, has just been eye-opening and amazing, because it helps you develop as a person as well when you see what everyone else goes through.
Gotcha. So lots of empathy, it sounds like.
That's right.
Wonderful. So how do you think CUDPT has uniquely equipped you to thrive in your clinical experience?
So both of my clinical experiences so far have been in more rural areas. I was served in Henderson, and I'm in Mount Olive, North Carolina right now. Both are more on the rural scale, and Campbell has a huge focus on providing for rural health care. If you don't know anything about rural lifestyle, there's not a lot going on out there. There's a lot of farmers, there's a lot of fields, but there's not a lot of good care usually out in the area, just because there's not a lot going on. So a lot of people don't want to live there. So being that I'm from a rural area, it means a lot to me to be able to give back to the people that are in that area that helped me to be who I am today. So that's kind of why I liked coming to the program here at Campbell, because they had such a rural focus, and being able to give back is just really important to me.
Fantastic. So you mentioned earlier you've been the SGA president all 3 years. What advice would you give to current or prospective students who are thinking about entering a DPT program?
So current or prospective students, I would say get out there. In your free time, I know if you're a student already, you don't have a lot, but getting out there and exploring the realm of PT. You're going to get to do some of that while you're here in the program, but go out, observe, shadow, volunteer. That's just going to give you more experience. And for those who are upcoming thinking about maybe I might want to do PT, do it. Go and try it. It's amazing. You will find nothing but reward in coming into this profession.
Okay, and finally, dream job. If you could wave a magic wand, have your dream position and your dream location, what would that look like?
So dream job, I would love to be in a neuro setting. So I'm thinking like inpatient rehab or outpatient neuro rehab. That would just be amazing, especially if it was an outpatient neuro rehab, because then you can see a little bit of everything with the primary focus on neuro, because that is what I'm interested in the most. I loved being here in the program and being able to work with neuro patients. It has just broadened my horizon so much, but that would be my dream, to be in a neuro setting.
Perfect. Well, Rose, thank you so much for sharing your journey and your heart with us, and we wish you the best as you round out these last 3 months to graduation.
Well, thank you for letting me be here and participate in this.
Of course.